Bonjour Scorpio and welcome back to my channel. Claude here. Thank you for joining me for your yearly tarot reading, and this will be for 2023. So I hope you're all doing well and that you've had a good month so far. I ask that, as always, you please remember those are general readings. They will not resonate with everybody, so take what applies and drop the rest. I will be posting the Tarot Birth Card yearly readings next week, so I suggest that you also check those out because they can give you a more comprehensive picture alongside this reading, or give you something that resonates maybe better if this one doesn't for you. So, what do my Scorpio currents need to hear for their highest good about the energies of 2023? I'm going to be doing a wheel spread for you and looking at the individual energy of each month. Okay, so in January you have the Nine of Wands. February, the Five of Wands. March, the Queen of Wands. Okay, we have a lot of fire energy for your first quarter. April, Page of Pentacles. May, the King of Wands. Oh gee, yeah, you see what I'm saying? There's a couple there. June, Four of Coins. July, the Hangman, Major Arcana here. August, Justice, another Major Arcana. Let me align that. September, the Queen of Cups. October, the Knight of Cups. November, the Devil, Major Arcana. And finally, December, we have the Seven of Coins. Now, the bottom of the deck is the energy underpinning your year. You may not be aware of it, but that will be a significant energy for you, and that is the Ace of Swords. So let me put it here and put my deck to the side. So 2023 is the year of the Chariot, so this is the year that's going to be under the influence of this card, which means there's going to be a very clear goal, eyes on the prize type of attitude, things moving forward, tackling what life throws at us, and through sheer spirit, willpower, determination, getting the success that we are looking for. The charioteer is very determined. He's not going to take any detour, he just goes for it. So this is what this year is going to be about, things moving forward, a lot of growth. Also a year under the sign of travel, because the chariot also represents travel. So for some of you there may be a significant trip, or there may be as well a relocation on the cards. Now, when you pair it with the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Swords is epiphany, it's a clarity of thought, it's victory over what was worrying you or what you were uncertain about. It can also represent your desire to search for the truth. But this is a victory at its essence, just generally speaking. And so, two victorious cards for the year. That gives you an idea of what your year is going to be about, which is very interesting. And we begin with the Nine of Wands. So you begin the year tired, is what I'm getting, because Wands being fire energy, your first quarter, as I mentioned, is to do with Wands. And then you have quite a few majors towards the second half of the year, and a lot of court cards. So people may have an effect on your year, just generally speaking, or they will be representing the energy that you are going to embody as you cycle through the year. But you start tired, and maybe even wounded, like hurt, because you have given a lot of yourself, is what I'm hearing, to something or someone, whether it's a relationship, a career, job, renovating a home, a hobby, a project of any kind, but you've given a lot of yourself, a lot of your heart and soul has gone into something, and in 2022, and you are feeling it in January, you are still tired. And you may have experienced burnt out, particularly in December. And you know, sometimes when we say, oh, December's really nice because you get to spend some time with your loved one and recharge your batteries, it may well be the case, but sometimes for others, the experience is different because you have so many social commitments that actually you feel like you're being torn, because you need to be everywhere at the same time. So you may emerge in January feeling really exhausted, particularly, you know, Scorpios, you're very passionate people, so you may really have given a lot of yourself. So this is, however, the card that says do not give up. Okay, the worst thing you can do with the Nine of Wands is to give up. You are one away from being able to drop whatever's been burdening you and being able to experience some kind of renewal. So it's very important that you do not give up. This is the card that says, okay, one more effort, one more push. And in February, you have the Five of Wands. Now, the Five represents change and disruption of stability, generally speaking. And I always say, you know, change becomes a challenge when we go against the grain. And so the advice is always to embrace it. Now, it's easier said than done, and I know I have problems with change, so I know what I'm saying is not easy. But the Five of Wands talks about conflicts, confrontations, sometimes disagreements, but may also talk about, you know, rehearsing. So, you know, when we're having internal conflicts about something, because the conflict doesn't have to be external, you may be internally conflicted about something. We rehearse different scenarios in our head, you know, of, you know, if I do this, this will happen, if I do that, this will happen, and so on and so forth. So it may be that in February you are going through that kind of motion. I don't often get that meaning, but I am getting this message very strongly today, so that's why I'm saying it. So you may be in that kind of conflict energy within yourself, and you may find yourself rehearsing different scenarios and not being very sure what to do. You may be experiencing conflicts at work, that's possible, or there may be competition. There may be an element of competition that's introduced in February, which rattles your cage a little bit. But, you know, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes competition is good because it forces us to give that extra push that I was talking about in January to overcome it and really shine in our true light, which you will, because in March I am getting the vibe that you're the Queen of Wands. This is you. This is not someone in your circle. This is you. This is you after having pushed one last time and overcome, whether it's competition, in conflicts with others, or conflicts within yourself. This is you embracing your true light. Now, the Queens, generally speaking, represent patience and understanding, and you've come to an understanding of a situation or of yourself. And this is what gives you that inner glow, because the Wands court card are very charismatic characters. And remember, there's no genders attached. We're talking about the energy of the card. And the Queen of Wands is someone who knows their worth. They have no doubt whatsoever in their head. They're very confident, and they attract things to them. They are very good at manifesting. They know that they could be taking a lot of action and working really hard, but they don't need to, because they understand what needs to happen for them to manifest, and this gives them that glow. I'm hearing this irresistible attraction, so you may also be very attractive to people in March. This is a glowing month for you, where you stand in your power and you're feeling good about yourself, which is nice because the beginning of the year is asking of you one more push, so it's always nice to see that. And then in April we have a new direction or some news coming your way, because the Page of Pentacles arrive. Now, the pages represent a new direction and messages, but also the desire to learn, particularly with the coin suit, which is to do with the physical realm. So you may be feeling the need to develop a new skill, you know, to try something new is what I'm hearing, because this Queen of Wands is looking at the page. So this may be you going, you know what, I'd like to try this because I'm feeling good about myself and I know I can do this, so I want to develop further. So I see this Page of Pentacles being the doorway to you becoming the King of Wands. Now, yes, it could be divine counterparts lining up within the next 2 months, and you meet your King of Wands. Remember, no genders attached, someone who embodies the energy. But to me, the main message here is that in April, you get a new door that opens, or a little bit of money, or something that enables you to power up and become that King of Wands. I mean, you really are feeling very, very good in March. Comes May, you are unstoppable, is what I'm hearing. Because the King of Wands is the master of the suit, so this is knowledge and expertise. You know how to use your fire. I know you are a water sign, Scorpio, but you are very passionate, which is something that's also very fiery. And the King of Wands is a go-getter. Again, the characteristic of the card. So feeling that you can accomplish anything that you want, and having learnt as well, you know, that the Knight of Wands is somebody who will just go after their passion and desires and not think about consequences. The King of Wands takes calculated risks. But very powerful king, very attractive, and someone who will make things happen is what I'm hearing very distinctively. And this brings you stability in your physical realm in June. In June, you reach a point of stability. So you've moved away from this heavy energy at the beginning where you're tired and you have discords happening, because you power up yourself and then you gain that stability. The Four of Coins is financial stability. It's having grown and reached a point where you can breathe a little bit. That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting the shadow side of the card at all. I'm getting the landmark. Okay, you have stability in your physical realm, whether it's at home, the stability at home, or whether it's in your career or in your business. You reach a point where you can breathe a sigh of relief a little bit, because you've done a lot of growth in the first 5 months. And then after this, we have the Hangman. Now, this is a major arcana, so a big energy on your life path. So the next 2 months are looking to have a significant importance for you. So I would say July and August are big months for you. The Hangman talks about a period where time seems to be suspended. You need to release something. Sometimes when we reach a period of stability, we have a tendency to then get some kind of attachment to things, and because of it, it stops our progress, because we lose sight of what's important. So the Hangman is a period of time where not much is happening, but you need to release something. Look at things from a different point of view, different perspective with the Hangman, which will bring you that release. And the beauty of this card is that it's not something that you should be frustrated about. This is something you should relinquish, because this is a time for yourself to work on yourself, on something that needs to be released, that needs to be looked at in a different way. See it as a gift from your spirit team, as a moment of contemplation, which will have a big impact on your life, generally speaking. And then you have Justice coming your way, which is beautiful, because this is the ultimate karma card. We have 2 in the tarot, Justice and Judgment. And Justice is all about the fair outcome. When she appears in a reading, this is, you know, you've paid your karma and you've done what you needed to do, and now harmony is coming back into your life. I really like the energy of Justice. I think it's a very reliable energy, a very balanced energy, and this will happen to you when you do your release. This will be like a freeing type of energy. I'm really getting the key word is you will be freed, is what I'm hearing very, very clearly. So whatever was the burden at the beginning of the year, when you start so tired and you know, you feel the weight of it, this is going to be alleviated towards the second half of the year, is what I'm seeing. And for some of you, there may be, that's a special message for someone out there, in this time you may see things differently, and you may be able to forgive somebody who's done you wrong in the past, and that can be at work or romantically or even in your family. And I'm not talking about something that was recent, but you may be able to release that, and that's what frees you. And then we have this beautiful Queen of Cups. So this is the second Queen energy you have. So this is somebody who's very much in touch with their feelings and their intuition. So very much an energy, water energy, your energy. I feel like you're opening yourself up in September. Your heart is free. That's what I see happening between the Hangman and the Justice. And I see you having a lighter heart and really understanding what you want, what the demands of your heart, what they are, and really being in touch with that intuitive power that you have that's innate. The Queen of Cups always makes decisions based on her heart and intuition. She's always depicted as focusing on that cup, which is the cup of her happiness, and you know, being very focused on making sure that she is happy. Now, it may be somebody that comes your way that you know you really gel with. That's completely possible, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. I see you as being freed and having your heart open, and because your heart is open, you get a beautiful offer here with the Knight of Cups, and that will be October. The Knights represents taking action or things moving forward. Still Cups energy, the emotional realm. This is an offer that that makes you happy. So yes, it can be a romantic offer. Most definitely could be, because you have released something and you know your heart is open and you're ready to receive it. You are turning towards, you see that the Queen is looking at the Knight. So this could be an offer. This could be someone asking for forgiveness as well. I'm very much getting the vibe that someone needs to be forgiven with the Hangman for some reason and Justice, and you may be ready to forgive this person. Obviously take what resonates. You're not all living the same life at the same time, you know, around the world. But the Knight of Cups may be that. Now, the Knight of Cups may also be you taking action on what makes you happy, because the Knight of Cups, look at the cup, that's the cup of happiness, and the Knight being action takers. This may represent you taking active steps in order to manifest the life of your dream, the romantic relationship of your dreams, the career of your dreams, whatever the case may be. But things are moving in October. So from this period of you know, reflection, definitely in July, you open up, and then this beautiful door opens for you. And then in November we have the Devil, another major arcana. Now the Devil can be a limiting energy, so whether the limitation is internal or external, you will know what the Devil is. It can be somebody in your environment who's not good for you, but you're always tempted to go back to them. It can be an inner devil, like not having faith in yourself, not trusting yourself and feeling imprisoned even though you're not. But the devil can also be a very powerful creative force, you know, experiencing life to the max. Now obviously, you know, being careful not to overindulge, because the devil may represent also addiction, so you know, take what resonates. But in November there is definitely that energy. So if it is you lacking faith in yourself, you know, talking badly to yourself, obviously be aware of that. If this is your inner demon, basically, and do not let this inner demon win over you. If this is somebody that keeps on popping in your life, or if this is a negative behavioral pattern that keeps on repeating, be aware that there may be some temptation in November to fall under that again. And that's why I love tarot. Being aware of it means you do not succumb, because you know it's there. So you will see it for what it is, just temptation that doesn't exist. And that's fine. And for others, as I said, this will be just a strong desire to experience life to the fullest. And I'm not going to deny that Knight of Cups with the Devil and the Queen, that could be a very, very passionate relationship on a physical level. I'm not gonna lie, it is there for some of you. You may have some amazing physical moments, to put it politely, in November. You know, steamy. So yeah, good for you. But that's not for everybody, so you know, just take what resonates. You'll know when it happens, and you'll probably chuckle at what I said, you know, in December when arrives November, and you'll be like, oh my god, Claude was right. And in December, you have the Seven of Coins. Now this is, I see you entering in a period of reflection, because 7 is self-analysis, you know, drawing on the experience that you've accumulated over the year and looking at what you've grown. Now sometimes this is the card that says, you know, okay, did I get what I wanted? Did the amount of efforts and work that I put into something culminated into the harvest I was hoping for? There may be that element, but generally speaking, it's looking at your crops. You have grown, okay? 7 is a number of growth. It's number 4, which is stability, that's being moved forward with number 3, which is the number of growth. So this is a time of reflection, of looking at your life, because it's the coins energy, looking at your life, so home life or career, or work generally speaking, and you know, drawing conclusions, because when we enter December, it's always a period of reflection, and this will help you plan your year ahead. You know, where do I go from there? What have I learned? So I see you in deep reflection and planning ahead for the future in December. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey for the cards with me. If you did, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I thank you for your time. It's your most precious commodity. I'm very grateful you chose to spend it with me. I wish you a truly, truly, truly wonderful 2023, and I will see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.